Hello, welcome to another episode of Miners of the Nexus.
Yo,
Hi
yo,
there.
yo.
We are here on the pitch, the stadium, a new stadium we're going to create. That's what we're going to be building today. Then Gonzo has designed the blueprints for this one, although it's not blue. But
It's green,
it's
mostly.
green. But it's pretty much what the name implies, a stadium. It's a football pitch, not American football or rugby. It's
Soccer.
Soccer, which is football in most of the world, except in America. So yeah, it's a football
And-
pitch. Sorry?
And Australia. Australia say
And Australia.
soccer as well.
On Australia. And I think Japan say soccer. Anyway,
Yeah.
most of the world.
They say soccer.
Soccer. Most of the world. So
Yes,
here
the stadium is.
Sorry? Go on.
No,
You
I
designed
was
it.
going to say that this stadium was part of the amenities of the university, which is over there, and the campus.
That's right.
So it's like a university stadium, but it's quite. I think it's going to be quite nice. It's a miniature of a big stadium.
Yeah, an actual size replica would probably take up most of an island,
Mhm.
and it wouldn't be feasible. So we decided on this slightly smaller than authentic one.
You've even got a track around here so that you can use it for running, for other sporting events,
Right.
running laps, training, and you've got all these stands here.
And in the back, we will have some parking area as well.
So what we're gonna do is just what you see here, do it all the way around. We won't be using any commands or anything, so we're doing it all by hand, using creative mode, obviously. So it's not gonna be the most interesting build. We wanted to do a speed build at the same time, but we just got the update, and the actual mod for the speed build is not working. So we aren't gonna be able to do that. But we'll go updating from time to time. Now we chose. Sorry, anyone was gonna say something? I heard like a.
Oh, no. Go on,
Yeah.
go on.
We chose to do a football pitch because we could have done a rugby or American football or a basketball pitch. But I suppose here, where we come from, it's the most popular sport. And even people that don't like it, like Bardock Germs, still knows about it, if you know what I mean.
I think everybody knows about soccer, football.
Yeah, but I mean, you know more about soccer than you would about basketball, maybe. Would that be
I
correct?
don't know.
Would that be
I
correct?
played quite a bit of NBA Jam in my youth. I know all about the Boom Shakalakas and the
Yeah.
Boston Celtics and all that.
But could you name me a current Boston Celtic player?
No.
And could you
Roland Rondo.
Rajon Rondo?
Oh, that's the one.
But could you name
Yes.
me a Football Club Barcelona player?
For the record, I don't really like any type of sport, so
Yeah, but you can
Not
name
the
me
best.
a Barcelona player.
no, not really.
Yeah, you're fake.
Ronaldo. He used to be a Barcelona player,
Yes, yeah, he
well,
was.
the fat Ronaldo.
the fat Ronaldo. Messi.
You see, my
Took me a while.
my point has been proven. So yeah, even for people that don't like football in where we live or the area where we live, it's still a big sport. So it's the most famous sport. We've been doing these lines here, like in real life pictures. This is like the grass is cut differently, and that serves a purpose really. It's so that the linesmen, which are the people that flag people for outside, it's going to be hard because if you don't know the rules of football, you won't understand what I'm saying. But
Well,
anyway,
explain.
it's a bit hard to explain.
The referee uses it as a reference to determine where the position of the players in the field.
Visual reference.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a pretty pattern.
No.
To be honest.
So it's a visual reference, okay? So we're doing these lines. Some are darker grass, some are lighter grass. But we've started having a sort of porfia, I want to say, but that's a Spanish word.
Friendly argument.
Friendly argument. Friendly argument, me and Bardock Germs. And I say that my technique is faster because we actually filled it on all with grass and now we are breaking it to do the lines. But I say my technique is faster and he says his technique is faster. So we're gonna do a race and let's see who wins. I do it like we want to do a 4 by a four wide line all the way to the end. But I do it the four at the same time and sort of slowly go to the end, and he does it a line at a time.
I call mine the Pac-Man technique.
And I call mine the destroyer technique.
Shall I stand over here and record you to see your progress?
Okay.
Okay. And you signal the
race.
start.
Yeah, you guys carry on mucking about while I build the whole stadium by myself.
I've done all those stands already, so you can't say that I'm slacking.
So you can see that this is going smoothly. We're doing the stands.
Okay, go on.
Are you ready?
Yeah. On your marks.
Hush, child. That's my call. On your marks. Get set. Go!
Oh crap! I'm nervous.
Sorry, I stopped that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, please do.
It's called the Pac-Man technique. Whoa, missed one there.
It's called the destroyer.
Destroyer alert.
Think I won.
It would have been faster if I hadn't left that one. You finished?
Well, it's not done until he fills it in.
You have to
need
fill it in?
On the whole shabam. I want the whole shabam here.
Well, I don't think the Pac-Man technique works for filling in, but okay. You have to do the destroyer technique for filling in as well.
Yeah, sure. Is there any other technique?
The Pac-Man technique, I think.
Yeah, that worth doing?
Seems like the destroyer technique is poning right now.
Is it?
Not gonna lie. When I say stop, you stop. Stop!
Yeah.
Oh, he owns it.
Oh, yes.
Well, I wasn't doing it properly.
Yeah,
I forgot to fly now. Okay, fine.
I wasn't flying either.
Whole line ahead. Whole line ahead.
Plus, I stopped when Tapion said we had to fill it in. I had stopped.
Yeah, so did he.
Okay, whatever.
The destroyer technique wins. So
For destroying purposes, I'm pretty sure I finished first.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't, and it's on camera, so...
Yeah, I win. My technique wins. Look at him go, now he's copying my technique.
Is that how it's done?
Yeah, but I don't fly. It's easier, just from side to side.
Is it?
I find it easier. I got nervous when I was flying and I started destroying the actual floor and everything. So there you have it. If you want to destroy, if you want to break stuff quicker, use the destroyer technique, patented by Russell.
If you want to look a hell of a lot cooler, then use the Pac-Man technique, and it's more enjoyable as well because you can do the wacka 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 sound.
Yeah.
If you want to do a stadium, do the Tengonsu technique and get on with it.
So look who we came across.
Yep.
Double F. He was missing before, now he's here. Could you explain briefly why you weren't here?
Yeah, I was playing football.
Hey.
The real sports, not this make believe.
Because I sent him to find out my measurements and things. He
I was
at a
scouting
commission.
Huevolton's opposition for the next game before the stadium is built. I think they're gonna kick our ass, man.
You think? Doubt it. I doubt it.
They don't know about our secret weapons.
So is this going to be like that game Sega Soccer Slam?
There you
What
have
is
it.
called?
There you have him. There you have the secret weapon. Part of the game is our secret weapon.
Am I?
Yeah.
He's gonna dig holes, huh?
He's going
Dig a
to
tunnel. I'm building a goal here in case you're interested in how we did the other one.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. Yeah. You got some of those.
Wooden
You got
fences.
some of those wooden fences right there, and then we put some cobwebs up in here.
Like in
So-
previous episodes.
Somebody actually clued us into this. We were using a different technique.
Yeah, we were using white wool for the net, I think. and one of our lovely viewers said, "Why don't you use cobwebs instead?" And we did, and it looks magnificent.
Magnificently awesome.
Yeah. So we're doing the curve of the stadium where the stands are, and we had a little porfia. Now you're learning. You're learning a bit here. You're learning a bit now. Porfia meant argument.
Argument.
So now you're learning Spanish, because we like to teach you guys stuff. Anyway, we had a little argument, and we thought it looked better from short aisles to wider aisles at the top. And I'm trying to replicate it on the other side, but I'm failing. So Dapion is going to give me and you a little quick tutorial.
Alright, so if you want to increase the size, making it cone-shaped, what you have to do is this. So you start your first corner on
the last you got here.
You over here, you're looking at me. So
Yep.
this corner is the first. See here, the bottom one and the top one. Can you see that? The thing is, it's quite hard to.
It's mark out. Okay. So we're doing the curve.
And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out what's in my head. And I feel it, a little peculiar. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and get real high and loud. Straight to the top of my lungs. What's going on? And I say, hey,
Sorry, I fell into a daydream there. You were saying, Dapion?
What do you mean? What I was saying? I've finished my explanation about 30 minutes ago. I've already started with a pattern.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Sorry. So, shall I do the other side then?
Are you serious? Pretty sure Dangon's about to finish that side too, so I don't know.
Whoa. So it was a long daydream.
Yeah.
What were you daydreaming about? May I
No,
ask?
nothing. You better not ask. You don't want to know.
I don't think I do.
So there you have it. It's going on along smoothly. It's coming along smoothly. You've got
So there you have it. I was like, oh, we're finished?
no. There you have it. The update.
Ah.
HFC, Huevolton Football Club. And all the stands are nearly done. Just finishing off with some patterns. And the actual pitch is done. What we need to do is this roof, do it all the way round, and then the wall on the outside, do it all the way round as well, which is coming along nicely as well, thanks to
I'm working on that.
To Bardock Germs.
Thanks to Bobby Boy.
Bobby Boy. Then in the interior, we'll probably have to do more toilets. Yay!
Yeah, that will either be done off camera or in another video, because I don't think we'll have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Probably off camera, because who's got time to wash toilets? No one. And some changing rooms in the inside and all that, but that can be done off camera because it's not that interesting. What's interesting is how good this is looking, in my opinion.
It's looking awesome.
Progress report. I have done a TV station booth here where the TV channels come and record the
Man
live
down.
matches.
Man
Sorry?
down. We got a man down.
Man down?
Yes. I just went to check on my goldfish, and he was MIA.
Did you find him?
Thing is that he's done this before. He's pulled this stunt on me before. He's jumped out of his fishbowl and just taken a nosedive to the floor and hidden behind something. Last time I managed to find him, rescue him, basically mouth to mouth him and save his life. But this time there was no such luck.
Did you find him?
Yes, he had nosedived into the clothes bin, the dirty clothes bin, and then he was inserted in the washing machine. And as I was clearing up the clothes, I found him and his dead corpse.
So it was a clean escape then.
Yes, he went out on his own terms. So we have the first recorded goldfish suicide.
10.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Fa-
Great apps.
So we dedicate this episode to, what was his name?
Ernie.
We dedicate this episode to Ernie.
Why do you say that with a laugh in your voice?
I wasn't there.
Well, I have to say that is one badass goldfish. It's about, I don't know, 15-ish. No, I won't say 15. 6, 7 years old. He, about 5 years ago, took a nosedive, the first nosedive. I revived him. He basically lost all his scales on the side, and instead of being gold, he was white. And then he got this massive freaking bump on his head that looked ridiculously weird, and he still survived for another, I don't know, 4 years, and he decided it was time and took a nosedive into the clothes basket. So I did the official throw him down the toilet thing.
Burial.
Ceremony.
Yeah, with a 200 gun salute and the sad trumpets. Yeah, all that stuff.
And then he
What are we
documented
gonna-
it for everyone to hear.
Where are we gonna tell the little girl when she comes in to looking for it?
Oh, we'll get a new one.
How does that look, the ceiling?
How do you segue out of a goldfish death?
You don't.
There's no proper way of doing that.
Well, I'll finish with what I was saying. The booths. Nothing.
That was kind of a downer, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Sorry
There's
about
no
that.
point to anything right now. Who gives a shit about a booth when Ernie just pulled one?
Yeah. He pulled his last stunt. Thing is, I was gonna try and revive him, but I thought, well,
It's pretty clear.
it's pretty clear that he's out.
Nothing
He's
I can
out
do.
for the count. And my mother said, "Touch it. Is he cold? Is he cold?" Obviously, fish are cold-blooded. So,
Anyway, the booths. It's not that impressive, but
can we call it the Ernie booth?
the Ernie booth. Yeah, you've got the Ernie booth here. Well, this is the television booth, but then here you have the Ernie stand.
I'm sorry.
This is where the,
It's affected me quite a bit.
yeah, I can see
clearly.
that. This is where the president sits and his
President
entourage.
Ernie.
President Ernie and his entourage sit. And here we are doing the roof. We're having certain problems with it because we're trying to make it look good on this corner, on the corners, and we're struggling a bit. But
What? Does it look good?
yeah, I suppose it's as good as it's gonna get.
I'll take that as a no.
Idiot.
And over here, we've just done an entrance on this side. The insides aren't finished or anything, but you can see how it'll work. You go down this way, and the entrance will be, an exit will be through here, into the actual stadium. We're gonna do that as well on that side. Here, we have to do one for the actual president and that. And on this side, the double F, because we had another problem, which a certain someone didn't measure this correctly, or didn't measure it to best of his standards.
Yeah,
And-
it wasn't well measured.
Yeah.
Somebody built the stadium right on the metro itself.
Yeah, it
It
was
didn't
too
fit.
close.
It didn't fit very well on this island anyway. So
So I've used my initiative and I've made this the Ernie Stadium metro stop.
That's how it was supposed to be anyway. That's how I planned it.
So the actual metro is connected to the stadium, so people that get off the metro come out this way and have direct access
Yep.
to the
Quite
stadium.
The view as you can.
Yeah, very nice view as you're going. I haven't showed you. But I like the view from these booths as well. See? Here the commentators can commentate on the match and whatnot.
We need a scoreboard up there as well.
True.
Do you get scoreboards in football matches?
Yeah. Once we do the whole roof, we can start looking at where to put the scoreboard. And we might not need the floodlights, because these lights could be the floodlights.
What, the ones I'm doing?
Yeah, all these going round can be floodlights.
I guess.
That's what it was. No?
Are they? I don't know. It was just lighting. Not particularly.
So as you can see, this island is actually finished once we do the stadium.
Well, there's a little gap over there. Then Gonzo suggested a swimming pool.
Where? Gap where? Behind
Right.
here?
There, next to the farm.
Yeah.
A
Well,
very small area. Maybe we can have a small. Well, it would be Olympic sized. Still pretty big as far as pools go.
yeah, we could have a swimming pool here. A parking area over here. For people visiting the stadium and all that stuff. But yeah, I think it's gonna be the first island we finish.
Yep.
Alcanza a ser conectado por Huevolton, pero la pelota llega mansita. Antes estaba parado Fabián Martín. Sí, ahí estaba el número 5, Galas, haciéndole de todo a su compañero que le dejaron cabezazo. Se parece pasando nomás entró.
So there it is. Hope you've enjoyed our latest episode. Give us some comments, give us some likes, and give us some love. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.